just finished up a meeting with a 55-year-old multimillionaire who's been in the real estate business for about 25 years. He flips around like 50 properties each year, about one a week. And this guy's big. Like, he was telling us about a deal where he was like, he didn't make as much money as he wanted to, and he said he made $20,000 off of it. So he's been in this, he knows what he's doing, and here are a few of the key takeaways from that conversation. And before I get into that, just to explain the experience we had with him. So we met him at a coffee shop, and we started talking to him about like an hour there. And then he was like, oh, let me just take you guys to a few of the properties I own. And then we proceeded to get in the car with him, and he took us to about 7 or 8 properties he owned within like 2 streets of the coffee shop we were at. So this guy's big. And one of the immediate biggest things that stood out, and he repeated multiple times, is how important it is to learn and to just start, because everybody starts somewhere. And he explained a lot of his life story, and like him from as a kid at 16 years old, not making the best choices, but then finding real estate and finding his true passion in life and really turning it around and getting to where he is today. And it didn't always go great. There were a lot of ups and downs. There was a lot of times where, like, his first deal, he made multiple 6 figures on. But then in 2008, he lost everything. He was back at 0. But the biggest thing he learned from that is that when you actually take action, you're learning. You're not just earning, but you're learning. And you're learning the skills to become a person who can actually do it again. So this isn't a problem that we're facing right now. But if you are in this state where you know what it's like to have it all, to win, to succeed, and you make a lot of money, you do a lot of good in this world, and then it's all taken away from you, it's terrible. But just having that understanding that you've done it before and you can do it again is huge. And what we took away from it, because obviously we haven't experienced that, is the importance of learning skills and how of doing things, and less so of the actual monetary gain of it. So, for example, we've started a few businesses, and they've kind of led into each other. And from every single one, there are skills that we've gained that have helped us in the next one. And if we were to start off that business again, instead of it taking us however long it took to make the first $1, it would be that much quicker. And it's because we've learned the skills to be successful. Now, obviously, there's a lot of skills that we haven't learned, and there will be many, many skills down in my lifetime that we will need to learn to succeed and to get where we want to go. But he emphasized that so many times, so I just wanted to convey that, of don't just study and read books, but actually go out and do things, because the more you do, the more tactile response you have, and the more you actually learn from it, even if it isn't something people would call successful. Now, the other thing, almost emphasize it just as much as this, is the importance of connections and networking and getting to know people and providing value to people. Because the more value you give someone or other people, this is going to be the reason for you doing it, but the more you'll inevitably get in return. Because when people think highly of you and when they see you as someone who provides them value to their life, whether it's monetary or like any type of value, if you're there for someone when they need you, if you can help someone make money, if you can help someone learn something new, learn a valuable skill, teach them something that you've learned, and help them save time, people don't forget that. Because every time they do something, they'll associate that with you. And again, I'm not saying be valuable to people for selfish reasons, but just be fulfilled in the act of kindness towards others. And he really lives that. Like, he's the one who actually, we reached out to him like a few months ago, and he said he was like cleaning out his inbox, and he's like, oh, I never got back to them, so let's go like get a coffee. And just from that, the amount of value we gained from that, the amount of times, even just like a conversation Jack and I had after we were with him, of like things we're going with property, I was like, wait, oh, James would know something about this, or this is something we can bring to him. So understand that life is a series of interactions with people And by giving value towards others, you're kind of putting in a good word for yourself in the future. He gave us a lot of examples of this. I won't go through them all, but maybe one day I will. The number 3 is kind of connected, and it's staying true to your word. So real estate is a business where you have, I'm gonna simplify it, but you really have 2 types of people. One type of person is someone who's very greedy and wants everything and doesn't care whether other people win or lose. They just want to make the most money possible. They want to do the most deals possible, all of that. Then there's the other side of real estate, which is the side most people want to be on. And that's really the side of real estate that we're building property deals for. And it's the people that want to win and have everyone around them win. So he was telling us about a story about like a wholesaler getting him deals where he knows they're making like a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 commission off of it. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the deal makes sense for him and he's making money. And so is that wholesaler. And that wholesaler is going to have a good experience. He's going to have a good experience. The contractors that he can actually pay with the funding that he needs to actually make a good deal are going to have good work. And you become someone who provides for people in a way, because that wholesaler might not have sold the deal without you. Those contractors might not have had a job without you. There are a lot of people connected in real estate, and that's the beauty of it, because it's not just landlord and tenant, but there's so much that comes down to it when you think about the people involved in real estate. And this one really stuck with me because it really emphasizes what property deals is about, because it's not just about the transaction, it's about the relationships that are made throughout the transaction and throughout the entire pipeline of real estate, because there's so much that goes on and there's so many people that need to get fed and that whose families need to be fed. So by going into it in a way where you understand, I can make less money if it means this person can make money, and it's an amazing way to live and to actually enjoy life, because you're not there thinking, oh, I'm kind of like stealing from these people because I'm making all the money myself and they're not. But it's like you're providing. You're not just buying a property. You're creating jobs, you're creating housing, you're creating so many things with just that simple act of buying a property or selling a property or whatever it is. That one really stuck with me. But kind of just to sum it all up, this guy, he was a great guy. He's in his 50s. I think he said 55. Look, he was very well in shape. He was very big on being in shape, and that's like one of the things he said was a very big tell of successful people, because a lot of things of health and staying in good health correlate with being successful and making it big. And this guy started from nothing. Like he lived in the hood. He's told us stories about some crazy things that happened to him in his childhood. And it just goes to show that no matter where you start, wherever your starting line is, some people have it way ahead, some people have it way behind. Making excuses for that starting point doesn't serve you. But what does serve you is taking action and just going to that next step. Because if you keep on growing, you'll become something great. And that's what everybody wants. They want to feel fulfilled. They want to enjoy this life. He doesn't want to retire. And he's having the time of his life, going around to the properties, providing work for a lot of people, and just enjoying what he does. And not many people can say that. So I challenge you to be someone who can say that, who can truly enjoy what they do and not think of it as a job that they need to survive, but think of it as something they would do even if they had all the money in the world. Because this guy has all the money you need to survive and to live a great life. He lives a great life, and he's still doing it. So if you're out there thinking, oh, I don't really like my job, or I'm only in school to get this degree so I can get this job that I want, or my parents want, or my friends think would be cool if I got, stop lying to yourself. Now I'm not talking about just speaking in lies. I'm talking about stop lying to who you truly are. Be authentic, understand what you want, and go after it. And it's gonna be hard, and it's gonna take a lot longer than you think. But the beauty of it is you only have one life. So do you want to live it in ways that other people want you to live it? Or do you want to go and chase your dreams? You want to pursue your passions. You want to take over the world. Not really, but take over the world. All right, that's a bit of a longer video today. But if you made it all the way through, thank you. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you guys next time. All right.